Welcome back, everyone, to the ZB Philly Sports Podcast. This is episode 10, the Deshaun Jackson episode. Zach, would you like to get us started?
Yeah, let's start off with the only hopeful team left in Philly. Well, one of the two hopeful teams in Philly, the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yep.
We're starting with something new. We're gonna talk about all that later, but we're starting off with the Flyers. Flyers' first game will be tomorrow against the Vancouver Canucks.
Yep. At 10 o'clock?
At 10 o'clock.
All
First
right.
4 games are 10 o'clock. I just had it pulled up. Why did I pull it up?
Okay, I got you.
So, Canucks, Flames, Edmonton, Kraken, and we're home against Vancouver again.
For our home opener? Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Which should be fun. Should be cool.
Yeah. I'll hopefully actually watch hockey this year.
Yeah. I'm going to make them watch hockey. I'm going to make you watch hockey.
Yeah.
Now we got to talk about it. So I can't just be talking with myself. I need to talk with you.
Yeah.
Edmonton opens up this game 0-1. What did I say?
Edmonton.
I'm thinking ahead. Vancouver opens up 0-1, and we open up with all zeros across the board. We have not played a game yet, like I just said. Vancouver lost to the Flames in overtime.
Okay.
And the next game is not until us, so no breakdown of a game that they might have.
See, I don't know any of the good hockey teams, so I don't know what to expect every game.
Did the Rangers win last year? No, the Panthers won last year. So it's and not many. From what I know, not many people.
Yeah. Do you have any Flyers news this week?
Flyers news, not really. Okay. I haven't really seen anything. Kind of been more busy with another one of our teams. But
yeah, I think now that season's over, we're gonna see more Sixers Flyers.
Kind of give a little scroll, see if we can find anything. Did you want to do a predictions first?
Sure. Just this game, correct?
Just this game.
Okay. I have us winning 2-1.
2-1.
Yep.
I'm gonna put
Forster scoring first, and then Konechny scoring next. I like you writing it down this time instead of me.
Okay, I'm gonna say not at home. Game down. I'm gonna say 3-1. No, I'm gonna say 3-0. We're not even gonna give them a goal.
I am gonna say every prediction I make this year is gonna probably be a win.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, we're winning every game."
What's the best record ever in NHL?
That I do not know.
Okay, that's just my random thought.
So I'm also looking to see if we got anything. We really don't have anything on the Flyers.
Yeah, it's not surprising. Like, there's not much Sixers stuff lately.
We're gonna have more to talk about once the season gets into effect.
Did you find something? Best records in NHL history. The Boston Bruins won 65 games in the 22-23 season. So that was just, 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
The longest undefeated streak is the 79-80 Flyers. 35-game winning streak.
I'm also a casual when it comes to hockey. I just know a little bit more than Brendan does.
You know a lot more than me, but still a casual.
That
just shows how much I don't know.
You literally know nothing.
Yep.
So I'm going 3-0. I'm going Mitch Koff or Mitch. However,
Mitch Koff.
I've heard some people call him a different way. I'm going TK for the second goal too.
Okay.
I'm staying with Brendan now.
So we both have him as a lock to score, is what I'm hearing. We agree on that.
We're not sponsored by them, but lock it in now. TK anytime goal scorer.
Yeah.
FanDuel.
Yep.
Use the right one.
FanDuel,
who do I want to go on my last one?
Underdog.
Yeah, I forgot about Underdog.
Yeah, I like Underdog.
Any betting, just come sponsor your boys. Like, I love betting. Got to bet tonight. Like,
give me a few months and I can actually use you. Underdog I can use because I'm over 18, but in a few months I'll be able to use everything.
Not over 21 yet.
Yep.
Like me. Don't get old.
Yep.
It sucks. You chew it.
Yeah, my body already hurts.
I'm going to go Sanheim. Travis Sanheim. Goal 3. I'm going to throw a defender in there, but...
Right. Well, I was joking beforehand that our goalie was going to score.
Hey, there have been goalies that scored before.
Yeah.
I do know that.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds are on something like that.
That's just like, yeah, here's $5.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah. You got anything else for the Flyers?
We're just hoping for a good year for the new
right.
black and orange. We're gonna have some troubles here early, I do believe.
Yeah.
It is a tough schedule, especially because we literally open up the first 4 games in Canada. Oh, sorry, 3 games in Canada, and then we go to Washington State. But hard opening for just more for last year's. The Canucks, I believe they were a good team. The Flames, I don't think they were great, but still overall a great team. The Kraken, I believe, were decent. Again, we play the Canucks. Oh, Edmonton, I forgot Edmonton. Edmonton was in the Stanley Cup last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then you have the Capitals. You have the Capitals back-to-back games on a Tuesday and then a Wednesday. So it's that train ride series. Down. That's going to be tough. I think the Wild aren't good and the Canadians aren't good, but then in a couple weeks you have the Bruins. So it's going to be a tough start for the Flyers. Tough start to the month.
And I was going to say this for the Sixers as well, but it should be good for the Flyers that the fans don't have super high expectations for them. It'll actually be fun watching them.
Yeah, I see that. I also see that and we're going to get more into this later, but with the Phillies losing, I feel like, and I'm not going to shed too much light onto this, but I feel like it could possibly have the outcome of what the bottom of the lineup had, with so much stress, because if the top dogs, who are the Phillies and the Eagles, if they don't win and aren't successful, which one of the teams is already not, and the other team is trending downwards,
right?
It could put a lot of stress on the Flyers and Sixers. Be like, hey, we want to bring a championship to Philly, but look at the 2022 Phillies.
Right.
Yeah, the Eagles were Super Bowl content. They were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in 2022. Yeah.
And we
Hurts MVP caliber year.
Yeah, blew a second and a half lead, but like the Sixers, I think were the Sixers.
Yeah, Sixers they are chokers pretty much, but it's not even choking; it's just injuries.
The Flyers were just awful, and I believe, Flyers fans, fact check me on this, I believe that was the year that we traded away Claude Giroux and a couple other key pieces. that like obviously I knew. So everything was crumbling down.
Yeah.
And I know like everyone came on the Phillies, and that's what made Red October that's what made Red October.
Right.
And then everyone I don't know how much you knew about this, but me knowing some soccer fans, a lot of some non-soccer fans like myself that like also like, oh, soccer's pretty fun.
Yeah.
They clouded around the Union as the Union went to whatever the heck the MLS Cup is called. I don't know if it's called that.
I actually think it is.
Then I pulled that straight out of my butt, and that is a yeah.
Let's figure this out.
But what I'm trying to say is the Sixers and the Flyers, especially the Flyers, they have a team I feel like that could make the playoffs.
Yeah. Could be a dark horse team, kind of.
It could be it could be that Phillies dark horse team. Like there's so many teams that are like, oh, or the 2024 Tigers are like the 2022 Phillies. Like they compare those. I'm starting to compare that the 2024 Flyers are going to be the 2022 Phillies.
Yeah.
Bold predicting it now. Again, lock it in, put it down. Flyers in the playoffs, FanDuel.
Yep. So you were right. I just looked it up. It is the MLS Cup. Look at you go today.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm a Union fan now.
You wanna hop into the Sixers since I kind of talked about them?
Yeah, we can.
I do want to start this off saying it will be fun, or not fun per se, but less stressful going into the Sixers season because they are going to load manage Joel Embiid this year. So I'm not expecting to go out there and win 55 or more games. I'm expecting the 45-50 win season because we won't have Joel Embiid for, I'm assuming, 20-ish games at least, depending on what his body's doing.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you saw this. I hope I didn't bring this up last episode, but Joel Embiid gave a lengthy response to the media the other day when he was asked about load managing and whatnot this season. He said, "They've got to save me from myself. If they have to punch me, slap me, take my stuff away from me, not get on the court, they're going to have to do it." Now, while he's saying, punch me, slap me, Maxey is standing behind the media and he goes, "That's me. That's my job. That's all of me."
Maxey's like, me, I'll do it. Yep. Coach, I got it.
Yep. I love
Let me get it. Oh, by the way, Sixers representing all teams today, baby.
Yep.
Now I feel like we're gonna have a good Sixers season. What starts at the end of this month, November?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It starts like last week of October, something like that. I'll give you the exact day momentarily. We already started preseason. Did you see any of that?
I saw that they killed some like Australian.
Yeah, New Zealand, I think.
New Zealand basketball.
So
something.
In that game, Maxey, I didn't look at the stats all that much. Maxey had 15 points in the first quarter. I believe he didn't miss a shot.
Okay.
And Andre Drummond was hitting 3-pointers. It's very, very weird.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not
right.
Not the most common thing.
Our first game is October 23rd. It's a Wednesday. So
against the Bucks.
Just less than 2 weeks away.
Do you want to do a little predictions?
We have a couple weeks for that.
Want to wait for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I just every year is a little stressful for me going to the Sixers because I'm a basketball guy. They're my favorite team in Philly.
I'm
It
not a
is
basketball
stressful
guy.
going to the year thinking of Embiid, but hearing him saying someone's going to have to do something to stop him from playing makes me a little more hopeful. And he's lost weight, as I said last week, and he's trying to lose more. I could see him having like a Jokic type of year where he slimmed down so much and he could actually move.
Yeah,
and
I will
Embiid,
say.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, Embiid could move. He's moves not like a big man. Like you compare his highlights to Kobe, and they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Embiid slimming down, hopefully not losing the muscle, just losing the fat. Last year he probably would have had one of, if not the greatest season a big man has ever had, if he stayed healthy. But hopefully this year he will be able to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Like if Embiid's healthy, we should be able to go far in the playoffs. If he's not, then we know we're not going to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's like Nuggets saying, Nuggets fans saying, well, if Jokic isn't healthy, then we could go far. We
Right,
won't
like
go far in the
Jokic is their
playoffs.
entire offense. He's their point guard. He's their center. He is their offense. He facilitates their offense.
I did want to ask you this personally, but I thought, why not ask it on the podcast? You guys will see. I'm like Brennan when it comes to hockey. I know nothing. I'm just starting to get into the WWE. NBA. I don't know where the hell WWE came from.
I got no idea.
I think someone was going to say WNBA, but we don't have one of those teams.
There are rumors of Philadelphia trying to get a WNBA team.
Yeah. We might cover a little bit of that. We're going to start getting into the Sixers. The Union. We're going to get into the Union. We're going to get into, I'm going to say a team, brother, that you don't even know of. The Philadelphia Water Dogs.
You've talked about them, and that's why I know about
Water
them.
Dogs. Let's look. Let's keep talking on the Sixers, and then we'll look them up. While I talk, I'll look up. But I will say I have seen pictures. I'm on a TikTok all the time. Again, go follow us at ZB Philly Sports. I've got a couple mini series going up on there and clips from the podcast go up there. When we can, we both have full-time jobs and we kind of get busy, and a social person has a full-time job.
Yeah.
And we all try to post when we can. I think I'm on like day 6 or 7, so go watch all those. And I think the other series I'm on like 1 or 2. But I on there all the time, looking at Sixers stuff, Philly stuff, Flyer stuff, Eagle stuff, all this kind of stuff. And I have seen that Embiid is slimmed down a lot, at least since the Olympics.
Yeah, I think he did participate in one of the scrimmages. Maybe not fully participate, but he did join in on one of them, I think. I could be wrong. But I just looked up the Water Dogs, as you were saying. I love the logo, and I've always wanted purple. Like, I love purple. I didn't realize they're purple. Like, I might get a shirt or hat now because it's purple. I didn't realize that.
I do want a shirt or a hat. I might get a hat. We're going to start bringing the Philadelphia Water Dogs into this because,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I haven't paid attention to lacrosse since we played over 10 years ago, so.
We're not in the championship. That's not good. We're going to get back. We're gonna be better next year whenever it starts.
Now, I have a quick question. Sixer stuff. Did I bring up trade talks last week with Brandon Ingram and stuff?
I do not think so.
So, sorry if I talked about this last week. if the Sixers want to trade for someone, that they're going to have to make less than KJ Martin, which is $7.9 million a year, because we're over the salary cap, so we cannot bring in any more money. We can only take in less money. So,
gotcha. I think we did talk about this, but keep going.
Yeah, any player that we trade for, it's going to have to be less than that. Anyone who hasn't gotten their rookie extension or something like that yet.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I just thought of that, but trades have been on my mind. We still have an extra roster spot. Oh, Gershon Yabusele, I believe, was scored almost 10 points, if not more, in their preseason game. Now, it is preseason against the team that we demolished.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We expect to win. We expect to do really well. But he went perfect. I don't think he missed a single shot.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump in here quick off topic.
I have nothing else Sixers.
Okay, then we're gonna talk Philadelphia Water Dogs here. We're gonna recap the season because we've got some time to do it. So I don't know. I guess PPL's coming back.
PLL. PPL? You're thinking of the PPL Center in Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, I was.
I think it's funny at this point. I just know what you're thinking.
Yeah. So they play at Cities, and it's like the New York Atlas's homecoming.
Okay.
And it's like that's the games. So the first one was June 1st against Utah Archers, and they lost by 1, 12-11. Then they did not play the 7th or the 8th. The 15th to the 16th, they played 2 games. They lost 12-1 and 15-14. Sorry. So again, 1 goal losses. Then they beat the Carolina somethings. Chaos? CHAOS. Chaos. Why? I read Chaos and I was like, that can't be. Like, why would you name your team Chaos? Okay, whatever.
Why do you name your team the hockey team or the football team?
Well, okay, so the thing about Utah is they haven't picked a name yet. They have a.
But how long do they have to figure that out? That's what I want to know.
They have a loner. This is a loner name.
No, I'm saying, how long have they known they're getting a team for?
I don't know. They were.
You have time to figure this out.
I live like so close to Louisville. I could have went and saw them for the All-Star. Anyway, then they lost to the Boston Cannons by 4.
Okay, I might sound dumb here, but what is a water dog?
A hot dog dipped in water? I don't know.
I'm assuming it has to do with the dog searching the water.
Is a water.
Yeah, work in or around water.
A dog that was bred to work around. Okay. Do we have water dogs in Philly?
I don't know. Maybe.
Water.
So I look up water dog, and I don't know if you can see this. An axolotl popped up.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's weird.
Water dogs known for in PA. Okay, that didn't help. It just brought up the freaking team.
We can figure this out off the podcast.
We're gonna figure that out. So then they went to Connecticut and they lost by 2. Then they went to San Diego, lost by 1. Then they went to Baltimore, lost by 6. Then went to Denver, lost by 1. And then went to Utah and won by 1. So we went 2 and awful.
Yeah. But I think the PLL championship was in Philly.
I can look for you.
I guess we didn't play in it. I just kind of
It
assumed
was
we did
in.
since it was in Philly.
Oh, it was at Subaru Park. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because when I looked up the Water Dogs, it says they play at Villanova mostly.
Yeah.
Which I could go there after
How
work pretty often then.
good is the Philadelphia? We're just gonna have like a non-top 4 sports team moment here for a quick second.
Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll become a top 4 team.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, the Union are currently ranked number 5 nationally.
How many teams are there?
They are.
Or is it like college?
So it's East and West.
Okay.
Oh no, whoa! I don't know where that came from. So in the Eastern Conference, let me find the key here quick. They have not been eliminated.
I can name Miami and Union.
So they are. I guess there's so there's 9 teams that go to the playoffs. I had to look at the Western Conference.
Oh, does the top seed have a bye or something?
Yes. So they win. I guess the best team wins the Supporter Shield, which I have no idea what that is.
Neither do
I. But they are 3 points from a playoff spot. Okay?
Are they currently playing?
Here. They are currently playing.
I thought the season just ended.
They have one more game. They just lost to the Columbus Crew.
Okay.
Dang it, that was in Columbus?
You need to start paying attention to these teams, Zach.
Yeah. And the game on the 19th, which is in 9 days, is against the team of the city I live in. They play the FC Cincinnati. That's pretty cool. So, okay, I think how the scoring is. Let's look it up. Let's not think it. We don't think on this podcast.
We should be sponsored by
Google. Is the MLS scored in standings?
Is it not just by wins and losses?
You win 3 points for a win and 1 point for a tie. So the Philadelphia Union have to beat the FC Cincinnati to make the playoffs. And FC Cincinnati has they're in the top 4. They've got that thing locked. Which
I wonder who our rivals are.
No clue. Couldn't even tell you. That'll become like a next podcast thing. I've got soccer people I can ask. So
yeah, same. Sometimes I just don't feel like it.
I'm wondering if it's kind of like baseball, but the first 3 get buys.
Oh.
And then 4 plays 9, 5 plays 8, and then 6 and 7 play. And then 1, 2, and 3. So 1 will play the highest. And kind of go like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to start following them on Reel. Hopefully I'll start getting notifications about it.
Playoff bracket. Here we go. There's 1 wildcard game. And then there's a best of 3 out of 4 matches. Semifinals. And then the conference finals. And then the MLS Cup. So I'm guessing the last 2 teams probably play. And then So I wonder if maybe the top two. So the top two. So for the East, it would be Miami and Columbus would get buys all the way to the semifinals.
Who knew Ohio was a good soccer state?
And then so Cincinnati would probably play the winner of the wild card. Then 5 will play 4 would play 7. So Orlando would play, but that's only 3 matches.
I don't know. I say we figure this out by asking other people who actually know it.
Yep.
And then next week we can talk about it.
Yep. Next week you won't know because it's not until next Saturday that they play.
Okay.
So I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll bring it up next podcast and we can see if the Union can get into the MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got carried away there. Let's get to the Eagles. Let's get back into a top 4 sports team.
All right.
Sorry,
Union fans. I didn't know how I would want to start the Eagles. I do want to start it off with Brandon Graham is going to make history this week. He will make his 200th regular season appearance this Sunday, becoming the first player in Eagles history to do so. And he's the all-time leader in games and seasons played.
Wow. And we're coming off a win? What a great time.
Now, speaking of coming off of a win, we're playing against the Browns. If we lose this, Sirianni's gone. He has to be.
Oh, he's got to. Gotta be.
Yeah.
You can't lose to the Browns.
Right.
What, the 1-4?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a prediction for that too, or?
I mean, we can. Let me write this one down.
You want to write this one down? So the Browns are 1-4 currently. How's Devontae doing?
Oh, I was going to say, him and AJ Brown are expected back.
Good.
Expected.
That's also good for my fantasy team.
Yeah, I don't know if they participated in practice or not because my Twitter and Instagram are full of Philly stuff.
As they should be. Actually, as they shouldn't be.
Right. I was about to correct you. All right.
Devontae Smith practiced fully today. Now, I'm going to go to find AJ Brown was full practice in Wednesday's practice. So he practiced fully yesterday.
All right.
So which is good.
Yeah.
Boys are practicing. Can hopefully.
I'm adding a what's it called? Oh, by the way, both of our brackets are now voided for MLB playoff. I just came across that.
We can't win. I'm still doing good.
Yeah. Predictions. I added a little extra one in there.
Okay.
First touchdown. Actually, before that, score predictions. I have my number in my head. I have no thought into this. It's just the first score that popped in my head.
24-10 is what I meant to say. Okay. Not 34.
I'm assuming Eagles win?
No, Eagles lose.
That's your prediction?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's always Go Birds. It's been Go Birds since day one.
I'm also saying win 31-17. Do not ask me where I got these numbers from. That is the first number that popped into my head. All right, now first touchdown.
Cooper DeJean. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you could. Who's our punt returner?
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. Is he, though? Because he's starting at slot this week. Yeah, Vontae Maddox got moved to the bench. Cooper DeJean is our slot cornerback.
Who you got?
I have Hurts rushing touchdown.
I think I was gonna go with my boy right here, the boy in the shirt. think we're gonna go Barkley.
All right. First down, I had Saquon Barkley.
AJ Brown.
First tackle, I have Jalen Carter.
I mean,
hey.
wait.
I mean, we can double up if that's who you wanted. You should stick with your prediction.
Yeah, I'll stick with him.
Okay. I think that's kind of funny. We both chose him.
Him for a sack.
Anytime interception.
Ooh. Cooper DeJean, baby.
That's what I was going to do. See, I wanted to say Isaiah Rodgers because I'm still high on him. No, I'm going to go Kenyon Mitchell.
Dang. I was just about to switch up and go him.
Haha. All right. Offensive player of the game.
Jalen Hurts. We're going to have a bounce back. Jalen Hurts. Needs to prove himself.
Yeah.
Kind of game.
I'm also going Hurts just because I see him getting everyone involved this week. So it's going to be hard for other players to get that offensive player of the game.
Unless he, like we said, he might be throwing it.
Yeah.
So.
Defensive player of the game. Devin White. No, they released him, so I can't do that. I don't understand that signing at all.
Because he needs to. Bryce Huff.
Okay.
Don't know why I said Bryce Huff, but we're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, you're going with your gut. I don't even know if that's your gut.
I was gonna say I don't know if it's my gut, but
I'm gonna say Kenyon Mitchell. He's interception, and he's gonna shut down Jerry Jeudy. Now, I will say this thing I'm worried for is David Njoku.
I'm not.
Well, Slay should be able to cover Amari Cooper. Kenyon Mitchell can guard Jerry Jeudy. Who do we have that's going to guard Njoku?
True.
Because he gets the middle of the field all the time. Our issue is the middle of the field.
Yeah. That middle of the field, though.
Like, I had him last year in fantasy just because he would get a lot of catches and usually a touchdown a game. So I don't know. That's my worry for the game. Because they still don't have Nick Chubb. They have, what's his name? Jerome Ford.
Yeah, but he hasn't been...
Yeah, he hasn't been what he was last year.
Yeah.
So. I don't think I have anything else for the Eagles.
If we could kind of step back just a little bit, I have something for the... what's the face? Sixers.
Okay.
That I forgot to mention. Two things, actually. So, one, happy retirement. Danny Green.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
a Sixer for a little bit.
I saw that, but I was working and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I think he had 15 years in the league, 14 or 15 years.
15, three titles, I believe.
Yeah.
One with...
He's a great defender and a great role player.
Was he with,
the Lakers?
He was with the Lakers. Was he with us or was he with Toronto?
Or
did Toronto not win?
Toronto did win. We did.
Toronto did win. Was that the year that Kawhi shot over Embiid? Yes. Sorry to bring that up. Sixers fan. Again, like
That's
I said, I'm not.
Possibly my saddest moment as a sports fan.
And because you brought up a photo, I'm gonna bring up a photo. And it sorry, I've been looking at this and I can't unsee it now. Hold on, let's turn the brightness
you gotta
down.
turn down the brightness and get your face out of it. So put it in front of your face. Or not. Oh, is that Bowman Simmons?
That's Bowman Simmons, and I've never seen a more real photo.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna tie us in to our next freaking thing.
Hold on,
What?
hold on. Don't want to cut you off. I'm going to let it boil a little bit more. I want to tell you, Danny Green, his rings were the Spurs in 2014. I completely forgot about that.
I forgot the Spurs.
2019 with the Raptors, like you said, and 2020 with the Lakers, like I said. But I would like to give everyone their warning right now before I let Zach go. Because
warning.
No, headphone warning and explicit content warning. I'm letting you do you. No, I'm letting you do you.
We're gonna be family friendly. We let it slip once. We're not gonna let it slip again.
Okay. I can easily put an explicit content thing like right before this starts if you would like.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. I would say move your mic across the room before you start. I'm, as all of you know, a much quieter person. Zach can generate these words better than I can.
Fire him. Fire him. He's the worst. He's awful.
I'm gonna do a comparison. It's Doc Rivers, Rob Thompson, and Nick Sirianni all on the same totem pole, if you want to call it, or level.
And us Flyers fans here, I'm not this much of a casual. Ron Hextall. No, not Ron Hextall. He was the GM. Hextall? Something like that. I forget his name already because he was that bad. He was awful. You say before the game that Zach Wheeler's an emergency only pitch. Why not throw him there? Why are you throwing your closer?
We also
out there in the sixth inning.
Yeah, we also said Christopher Sanchez for an inning. Did you see him?
No, Christopher Sanchez is awful on the. I'm kind of glad we didn't see him.
Yeah.
But a 1-run inning.
All right, back away from the mic because this is gonna mess up all the audio levels.
You are up 1. What? This was top 8? No, top 7 or bottom 7. I meant. You give maybe it was in the 6th. Actually, I don't know when it was. You give up a go-ahead grand slam to the guy I actually like. The only guy I like on the Mets.
Oh, I don't like any guy on the Mets.
Well, I don't like him because he's on the Mets. I liked him before he was on the Mets. But I will say I have to give it up to Lindor. Thank you for being classy and not being like Pete Alonso and Jesse Winker and throwing a bat all over the place. It's one thing to do like a bat slam, especially when you made it like that.
Yeah, you won your team the series. You moved your team to the next series.
Yeah, but I'm saying when Hoskins did it, it was because he basically lost us that game. Again. This has been the story for 3 years now.
Yep.
Zach Wheeler goes out there and does what he does. Aaron Nola goes out there and does what he does. Okay,
this is Philadelphia sports story.
Aaron Nola didn't do great.
2017.
Aaron Nola didn't do great. Christopher Sanchez was alright. So those 2 pitchers. Suarez is the only freaking pitcher in MLB history or postseason history or something.
Whoops.
Something like that to have 2 bases loaded jams and doesn't give up a run. And you just spoiled his game like that. And that's all on you, Rob Thompson. You let Jeff Hoffman go too long.
No, that whole thing's on him. He kept Sosa and
Bohm doesn't deserve to see a freaking lineup spot.
Oh yeah, Bohm doesn't deserve to be on the Phillies next year. Like you said, he is Ben Simmons. Like their attitudes are very similar too. Just wait till Alec Bohm starts getting back spasms start of spring training.
Yeah, like so there's this WAWD Philly Sports Pod. Or Phillies Pod. Phillies Pod. Go check them out on Twitter. We follow them. They're great. needs for this offseason. Wheeler, gone.
Wheeler.
Sorry, Walker, gone. Sorry, the blood is rushing.
Yeah.
Walker, gone. I don't really see this one. Rojas.
No. Rojas
Let him
needs to
develop.
stay. Even if he moves to the bench, you can pinch
Yes.
run him in any situation. He can bunt for a single when needed. I don't know why they don't have him do that more often. He's one of
Marsh.
the best defensive players on the team.
Marsh
Who?
needs to be gone.
I don't see that either because the past 2 years,
Or he's got to be a bench piece. He's got to be the
yeah,
one on the bench that you're like, okay,
he's
look, he can come off the bench and get a hit.
yeah, he has gotten better every year that we've had him. He's not the greatest baseball player. He is a platoon player. Like the only way you don't keep both of them and platoon them is if you go out and get a Juan Soto or something, a star.
Sosa or not Sosa. You need to bring Soto here. I don't care how much money you have to pay. And
Probably going to be like
you
$500
guys,
million.
I don't care. You guys said that you want your effing trophy back in your stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, then go pay the money. Go pay the money for him. Pay the money for a decent bullpen on him.
Yeah, I did see that they said money will not be a problem this offseason.
Yeah. Kevin Long has got to go.
Yeah, but
hire someone
if
new.
he goes, then Juan Soto might not want to come.
That's true. So that might that's if you get Soto, keep him. If you don't, shut him off. And then Hoffman needs to get dealt somewhere else.
He had a bad series, but he was one of the best relievers this year.
Who was a bad reliever last year in the NLCS? What two pitchers were bad pitchers in the NLCS out of the bullpen last year? Well, other than Kimball, that are still on our team this year. It was Hoffman and Strong. They blew a lot of games for us last year too.
I forgot about that.
I will give them the credit where credit's due. They are great in the preseason or in the regular season.
Yeah.
Good for you.
See, our whole team sucked. Besides
but look
Castellanos.
at the Mets. Look at the Tigers. Look at the Padres. Look at the 2022 Phillies. Look at the Diamondbacks from last year. Regular season doesn't mean anything.
Right.
I don't want to win 100 games next year, and I'm not. I'm not going to, and I hope none of you, and I hope no Phillies fans do this. But it's not the bye. The bye is not the problem. Look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers just forced Game 5.
Right.
They're hitting. They got eight runs last night.
There's a reason Dodgers were the best team and we weren't.
It sucks to see these teams that like we know we can be, and it's just all day today. I just felt depressed.
Yeah, it was disappointing. There's no other way to say it than disappointing. Like, if we lose next series, maybe it's not as disappointing, but we lost in 4 games to the Mets.
And I pulled up right here what someone Phillies Nation, again, go follow them on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. They're good. They put out Turner, Soto, Harper, Bregman, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, JT, either Aiden Miller or Bryson Stott, and then Justin Crawford. I think that's a great lineup.
Yeah.
You have Turner.
But that's counting on Miller and Crawford being able to hit the major league ball.
That's true.
Like, I would love this, but seeing like Rojas and stuff, you gotta. I don't know.
But again, you could platoon him in with Marsh, Rojas.
Right.
Zach Wheeler, Aaron Noah, Garrett Crochet, Christopher Sanchez, Andrew Pena, and then Ranger Suarez.
All right, I have a question really quick. So Justin Crawford, outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
But In MLB The Show, the one card that I have of him, he's a shortstop.
I think he used to be a
His
shortstop, but we
secondary
moved him.
positions are all outfield.
I think we moved him to the outfield.
Okay, so maybe it's like an O'Neill Cruz type of thing.
Yeah. Bullpen: Tanner Scott, Jeff Hoffman, Cookling, Strom, Trent Thornton, Jose Alvarado, and Tanner Banks. I like that. Jeff Hoffman, Matt Strom. I don't know. Matt Strom wasn't like the worst pitcher out there.
You also got to look at the situations they were put in. They were put in with bases loaded all series long.
Rafael Marchand on the bench.
Yeah, Stubbs is gone.
And then Andrew Miller or Bassett, either one of them on the bench, and then Sosa.
Yeah,
I think Sosa's fine.
But you also got to think about Clemens. Clemens is going to be a really, really good player. Weston Wilson, I love him. I could see us trading him for the value he could have to a team.
Yeah, I could see Cody or what's his face, Buddy Kennedy. I could see one of them being in the Edmund Sosa position.
Yeah. Like Clemens and Sosa will play any position needed.
And I will give out one. Hey, you did a great job. Like clapping to you. And that is Nick Castellanos.
Yes, he was our MVP of the postseason.
He stepped up.
Maybe even this whole season.
Yeah, I like him in the 4 spot.
Yeah,
I like him in the 4 spot. You try to pitch around. You pitch around Bryce, right?
Yeah.
Bottom 9, you pitch around him. You put him on base. I forget how he got over second. And then
the Mets just allow a lot of stolen bases.
Nick Castellanos comes up and hits him in.
Yeah,
it was great. It was fun to watch. That was great. And it sucked that we were down most of the time. And like I said, it was great to how we were up 1-0.
Yeah,
Zach Wheeler was dealing, and it sucked that he went through 8.
Yeah,
or 9 or something like that.
8.
It just sucks that they blew it, and then they just weren't able to come back. Like you could tell
that
watch.
That kind of killed our team's morale.
Yeah,
like if you watch the games back, I feel like that's the point. Like game 2, it was like, oh yeah, we can do this, and then game 3, that still were not there. Game 2 was kind of a fluke almost.
Game 2 was like, hey, like we're gonna show you we can do it, but we're not gonna actually do it.
Yeah.
No, and again, it sucks because this is the type of ball club that you feel good. You're like, oh yay, like we're good. This could definitely be a World Series winning team. And it sucks. It was the one team I said not to lose to. And I didn't want to lose, but hats off to the Mets. They wanted it more than we did.
They were a better team this season.
They were better. Series, they were a better team this series, this postseason.
But they came into it hot. The Phillies did not. The Phillies looked worn out.
And again, you can't blame that on the bye. It's not. Oh, these teams.
Right. The Mets for the last month of the season were hot. The Phillies were not. I think we finished like 2-8 in our last 10 or something like that.
Again, it sucks. Again, there's always next year.
Yeah.
We can always hop on that.
Yeah.
We'll always have next year.
Wheeler's getting older. Harper's getting older.
Yeah. All these guys are getting older, and it needs to happen.
Yeah. Wheeler has been getting better every year, but still, he's getting older. Harper, he should have more longevity at first. But I already said this once. I do not want to see Bohm on the team.
I don't. I'm sorry. I do love the kid, and I love the kid, but
and the
he
daycare.
just has, he just has so much more maturing to do, and it's not. He can't have fun because look at
like he's pushing
Marsh,
30. He should have more maturity.
Yeah. You see those other daycare members that do have fun.
Yeah.
That are also hitting the ball.
Right.
Also,
but they can go into business mode.
You also have to think. So I forget what it was early in the game. Boom goes for the tag, fumbles around with the ball. Pete Alonso beats it out. Pete Alonso should never beat out a throw to third.
Right. I agree.
That man's thicker than a polar bear.
Yeah.
And then later in the game, 36-year-old Starling Marte, who's if Pete Alonso and Marte are running in a 40, I think they're going to be neck and neck until the last little sprint, and Marte might be able to give little more oomph.
The only player that might be slower than them is
JD Martinez.
Alec Bohm.
Yeah, he did show that too in game 3.
Yeah.
But then Monte's running, and he doesn't even attempt to tag.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even have that awareness of like, oh, I shouldn't tag here. I should tag here.
Right.
He made 2 awful mistakes. His bat did wake up a little bit.
No. So hold on. I have a picture of this somewhere. I screenshotted it.
I want to bring one more thing up, and it's
while I look
not
for you,
on the Phillies on this. That call in the bottom or the top of the 8th, that ball bounced, then went over the bag. That was a horse call. Like that, and if Bohm would have got tossed there, I would have been like, that would not, I would have been like, okay, you should have.
Yeah.
And he was about to until Paco Figueroa got in front and was like, no, you talk to me, you don't talk to him. You talk to me, I can talk to you. I'm more level-headed. And all he did was he swiped over the base, saying, oh, it just went over. Like, they even said on the broadcast that if it was in the outfield, we can challenge it. But why can't we challenge things on the infield?
I don't know. I really do not know.
Like, it's so mind-boggling that they have all this camera technology, all this thing. Why can't we?
In the minors, they have robo-umps.
Exactly. Why couldn't you at least get together and be like, go to the home plate ump, be like, hey, what did you see? Because they're always looking down.
Right.
They're looking towards the ball. Or you should be. And if you're not doing your job and you need to be fired.
Yeah.
So, why couldn't they be like, okay, let's all huddle up. Hey, first base, what did you see? I don't see the bounce. What about you, home plate ump? I saw it bounce 10 feet down the line.
Yeah.
I didn't see it go over the bag. First base ump. I did see it over the bag. Well, there you go. You guys just confirmed that what the rule is happens, and okay, we have first and second.
Yeah. Now,
whether the bottom of the lineup keeps going after Boom, you don't know. Yeah. But if you at least score it's 4-1 at that point, if you at least score one more, and make it 4-2, okay, well, now going into the 9th, when we did get 2 people on, well, now Kyle Schwarber comes up with 2 outs in the 9th with the go-ahead run at home plate.
Yeah, Harper would have probably come back up again.
Like it puts so much difference on each at bat, because say they do score 2, well then, Weston would have probably been the last out in the 9th.
Would Clemens have come in then?
Yeah, He would have been the last one in the 8th. It would have been Schwarber, Turner, and Harper. So you're down 2. Say you're down 2 or 3. You would have Bryce Harper coming up, being either the tying run, either with 2 men on base, or with a solo shot with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And then you have Nick Castellanos, who proved that, hey, if Bryce can in game 2, if he can go tie this game up, I'll come up and I'll hit a home run,
Right.
and we'll take the lead.
Right.
Or I think, or say it's a 4-2 game, 2 outs. Bryce comes up and makes it a 4-3 game. Well now Castellanos comes up with a chance of making it 4-4.
Right.
And what did he do in Philly? He made it 4-4. Like it sucks, and that's not the reason why you lost the game. Neither of us are saying that.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that's what it came down to.
Is what it kind of is.
We're now playing. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if that was what made start going? What if that is what? I think JT was on base. No, because JT would have came up after. I think JT came up and struck out. Yeah. But it's like, it's all these like, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if Bohm would have gotten an RBI there? I forget who was on base, but what if he got an RBI there?
Right. Now,
say we win this game. What does that do for him for our potential game tomorrow? Does that make him go, okay, well now I can hit the ball. Now I've got that RBI out of the way. That wasn't the Vientos bobbling the ball, and because we saw that he couldn't do that. So again, for the second time he does it, you have to go in that situation.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my first double, or whatever it was. I don't think no one would have scored on that, but like say they, okay, if he got to second, that's my first double. I can settle in that. What if he goes yard, and the Phillies just wakes the Phillies up? Like it's more of to the MLB to be like, hey, that needs to be a reviewable call, especially in the top of the 8th, down with us threatening and with us trying to win the game.
I have 3 things. One, in the NBA, during the offseason, the GMs and ownership have meetings with the NBA to like vote on new rules, propose new rules, and everything. Is that something the MLB does? Do you know if they do that?
I think they do.
Okay, so
yes, they do, because that's how the whole bigger bases, time clock. I think that's how that all came about.
The Phillies should make it a point this offseason. Like, it probably wouldn't have changed the outcome of our season, but they should make it a point this year to try and get all infield, outfield plays reviewable.
And that's what I'm saying. How can you say, well, the outfield's different than the infield?
Right. Well, the infield, I kind of get it. All the umpires are there.
They're close obviously, to the action. Someone didn't see. Right. Someone wasn't looking.
Right.
What if Pete Alonso's trying to break towards the line?
Right.
To catch it like this, like he did earlier in the game. Well, now the ump's got to move, and there's that split second that this play happens, and now we're a split second behind.
Right. My other thing, JT, Bohm, Marsh, and Austin Hayes combined for 1 for 32 this postseason. That one
That's awful.
Was from Bohm when he got out at second base.
That's awful.
So it's technically 0 for 32 because he got out.
Yeah. It's awful. And like I said, the Mets bottom of the lineup just overall the top to bottom hit. Our top to middle hit. Yeah. That's all it was. And you can't rely, because again, it's something we just needed that little spark from the bottom of the lineup because, well, if that, then it goes to Blyce being like, okay, well, I don't have to go swing for the fences. I don't have to go be like, oh, I'm gonna go nuke this ball. And does that help him with him reaching out? And I just think that the pitchers, you also saw it in last night's game. Katana did not give Blyce anything to hit.
Right.
Minaya didn't
They're
give
all
him
afraid
anything
to
to
pitch
hit.
to him.
They were all afraid to pitch him because they knew he would make a big impact. Look what he did against the Braves previous years. Look what he did to
Every
Astros
single
pitcher.
team.
Yeah, exactly. He picked them apart. But even not just to Bryce, to Turner, to JT, to all these guys, Katana worked on the edges. He did not. I don't think I saw many pitches in the middle of the zone.
Right.
And we are just a swinging team. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we are.
We're an aggressive team. But this series, we were stupidly aggressive.
But aggressive is aggressive. And this goes back on Bell because he's the one I know did it the worst. I want to say game 2 or game 3. One of the two. He had 4 at bats. He saw 5 pitches.
Yeah.
Not 5 pitches each at bat. 5 pitches total.
Right.
You can't do that. You got to see a couple more pitches. Even if it makes you go down 2-0. If you go down 2-0, you're at least seeing, if you're getting 2 pitches per at bat, that's still so much better.
Right.
Than one, like you're swinging and either getting a hit and getting thrown out and then just like not doing anything else.
Yeah.
But
I don't really have anything else left to say for the Phillies. I'm sure once all the players get interviews throughout this next week or so, we'll have more to say next week.
Yeah, the only player I saw was Schwarber said that it sucks, it hurts.
Yeah,
they knew they had a team, and I don't have the direct quote, but Tono said, "Yeah, it sucks. Like we knew we had the team." And he said it's easy to sit on the bench and be like, I'm not gonna swing at this pitch. But he said once you're up in that moment with how it seemed like he was wanting to say how it was going. You have a split second and they were making the wrong split second decisions.
Yeah. So I did see something from JT right after the game. He said we weren't playing our best baseball heading into the postseason, but we were hoping when the lights turned on and we would flip the switch and our offense would get back going, and it just didn't happen for us.
No, it did not.
Okay. I wanted to say this earlier and forgot while you were going on. The Phillies and the Eagles, it goes for both of them. They need to stop this family thing. They need to just win games. It's hurting the teams more than it helps them.
Yeah.
You need to focus on winning, not relationships.
Well, the
relationships, yes, we want good relationships, but daycare, for example, if you're not playing well, you should not be playing.
Yeah. That, like, you want to have a good vibe in the clubhouse. You want all that.
Like Stubbs, we love him vibes wise. He's not a great baseball player.
He's not.
We have Marshawn. He's better.
He is better.
Stubbs will probably be gone this offseason.
I can completely see that.
Now, do you have anything else?
I don't, other than the offseason doesn't start until after the World Series. We'll probably we
only have 3 free agents, I think.
Yeah, we'll probably go through on who we think's gonna get signed there, who's gonna our off-season predictions.
Yeah,
we started at the beginning, and then before spring training, before next year.
Do you think Rhys Hoskins is going to opt into his contract or opt out?
I think he's going to opt in. I think he likes Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think he does too.
We'd love to bring him back.
We don't have a spot for him though. We already know he sucks in left field.
Okay, get rid of Schwarber.
But Schwarber seems like the locker room guy for us. He seems like the leader of the team. I don't know. Well, next year I believe it is Schwarber and Nick are both free agents.
Yeah. So you gotta pick the best one.
Yeah.
Or
all right.
keep both of them.
I want to say this and then end it.
Got it.
The one good thing that happened from the series, Taijuan Walker did not receive his ring.
Yes. Thank God.
All right.
And hold on, and a couple other people.
Yeah, Gregory
Soto,
Soto,
Dominguez, all them.
Yep. All right.
Tough one for the Phils, but
yeah,
I guess
it's the Philadelphia life cycle.
Yep. And we're here to explain it to you all.
All right. Bye, guys.
Peace out.